from Council Grove High School, their greatest basketball player, all-time scoring leader, all-time leading rebounder, on to the University of Washburn in Topeka, where he became that school's all-time scoring leader and rebounding leader, 4 times first team all-conference, that includes as a freshman, 2 times most valuable player in the conference, and 2 times first team All-American. He's certainly one of the greatest basketball players at the NAIA level that this state has ever produced, one of the great small town heroes that we're very proud of, and who has exemplified that same quality of value that we hold so dear here in Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Carrier.
We're 5 to 7 minutes away from getting out of here, so no matter what I say, I'll get applauded, and so I have no pressure. I knew this was coming because Coach Slaymaker from Emporia State tried to recruit me pretty heavily, and Coach Chipman was recruiting me pretty heavily. It was a battle. We're 50 miles apart, and it was a big battle, and I went to Washburn, and I've never in my life, my name started with a C, have heard since Coach Slay's on the board of reversing the order, and I'm last. So I hope we're even now, Coach. I apologize, I didn't go to Emporia State, but I'd like to thank Ted Hayes also and the Sports Hall of Fame. Coming from a small town like that, you know, everybody's always out, you're a small town kid, you can't make it in the big world and all this, and everybody has their doubts all the time, and every time you go from a small town to somewhere else, they keep thinking, he won't make it, you know, he'll get knocked around, he's too little, you know, he doesn't have enough competition in the city and all that, and you just keep working harder, and you keep moving on up, and from a small town to stand here is a great honor. I'd like to introduce my family, because that's and my friends real quick. That's my Sports Hall of Fame people, because they've followed me the whole careers and backed me. Starting with my wife, Jody Carrier. If you'll wave, I won't make you stand up and embarrass you. Thank you. My son, Kyle Carrier. Hopefully he'll be up here one of these days. My mother-in-law, who's babysitting my 18-month-old girl. I got team mother-in-law and team father-in-law. They saved me on the babysitting. Gary Tiller, raise your hand. Aunt Judy came. Thank you, Aunt Judy. Terry Folan, best inventor and build anything in the world, so I have to keep him around. My brother, head basketball coach at Ottawa University. Thanks, Andy. My sister, Linda Krause. My mom, best mom in the world. At my back table, Randy Highland, if you'd raise your hand, I brought my attorney in case I get in trouble. Don Alderman, raise your hand. I couldn't talk Thursday because I had a broken tooth. He's a dentist, he fixed it. You can see I surround myself with good people here. Alan Head, he's my fishing partner. We fish bass tournaments all over the world together, almost seems like all over the nation for a while. Now we fish locally and had some good luck. His wife, Katie, thanks for making the trip. Torrey Head, he was one of my basketball players. He'd be standing up here if I had to pass the basketball to him, but he had to pass it to me because Coach Chipman made him do that. And Coach Chipman back there, he's the greatest coach, and if he ever decides to retire, he'll have 10,000 of these coming in. So thank you all for coming, from my family. I started out in Council Grove High School, and I played basketball all the time, about 6, 7 hours a night. Because there wasn't any pickup games, there wasn't any gyms around to go to, and no one played hardly. So cops would come up there and tell me to quit bouncing the ball because the older neighbors wanted to go to bed. They'd knock on the door, make my mom shut me down for the night. If I could, real quick, probably embarrass him, I'll pay later, but my brother, could you stand up, Andy, real quick for me? Hurry up, big boy. All right, 6'10", 300 and some pounds. And now you can sit down, thanks. He still scares me, but when you battle 6'10", 300 and some pounds every day in high school, when you go to college, you're not scared of anybody, believe me. And I got to play against him all the time, and if I would have been the big one, then he probably would be up here. But he beat on me, beat me to a pulp, and that's why I married a nurse, my wife, so she could take care of me. Everybody thinks they're doctors and trainers, but I just married a nurse, a little younger than me, so she could take care of me and push me around my wheelchair. But you know, when you play against people like that, and my brother and that big, I wasn't scared. So when I went to Washburn University for Coach Chipman, he recruited me there. And I remember when I first came in, he says, it was about our 4th or 5th practice there, and we were going along pretty good, and he said, I'm going to give you the green light. And I was from a small town, we didn't have stoplights, so I had to ask Coach Chipman what the green light was, and he said that means anytime you want to shoot the basketball, you shoot it, and don't worry about it. And it was pretty easy scoring all those points and becoming an All-American when you don't have to worry about missing the basketball shot. You know, if you miss and the coach is looking and breathing down your, every time you're getting ready to shoot, you don't shoot near as good as if he gives you a green light. So I want to thank Coach Chipman for giving me that green light and making my career easy. I teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students at elementary school down around Grand Lake, Oklahoma. And it's the best job in the world because every morning I get 392 high fives, because everybody loves PE class. So it's always, hi, Coach Carey, hi, Coach Carey. I got PE today, Coach Carey. I don't have music today. I got PE, Coach. I got PE. And so it's a great job. It's rewarding. And even if you're having a down day or you wake up with some of those knee injuries and all that you've gathered throughout your career, they're still excited to be in PE class, and it motivates me every day. My wife and me, or I bought a 1/3 of a 111-acre ranch. My wife bought 2/3 because she's a nurse and I'm a school teacher. But we bought a ranch together, and it's just a competitive thing that, I got to make my ranch look better than everybody else's around the area. And if I'm playing basketball, I got to be better in basketball than you. If I'm playing golf, and I got to be better in golf. And my brother says I'm competitive. I don't think I am, but it's just one of those things that I was brought up with. So that's kind of how I was raised. I around all these nationwide people, and I've won world championships, Olympic record holder, world record holders, and all this stuff. And here I am getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. So I'm finally thinking, hey, somebody's going to actually know me from a small town and going to a small college. And I'm sitting in my own school, and little 4A school there, and I'm at the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. My counselor's sitting there, and my principal tells her, hey, Coach Carey's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. And she goes, oh, congratulations, for fishing? And and that is a true story, I swear to God. So obviously I'm not nationwide known yet, but I'm still working at it. Maybe I can build that ranch up a little bit. In closing, people have always said, coming out of a small town, you've had all the success, how come it didn't go to your head? It's pretty easy when you teach elementary school for something not to go to your head. No matter how much success you've had, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade kids do not care. They're not mean by any means. They don't try to be mean, but they do not care. And basically, here's some of the stories that I've gathered, and I've shared them with my mom over the years, and she laughs. And so I thought I'd share a few with you. Every day you walk in, I have a little girl walk up or something. Hey, Coach, you have more gray hairs than you did last week. Yes, I do. All right, thanks. Girl. Hey, Coach, your cell phone isn't worth a darn. My mom's cell phone's better than yours. Let's see, another one was, Coach, is your last name Wilson? I said, no. Well, you wore that same shirt last week, and it said Wilson across here. So I had to quit shopping at Walmart and go to Brass Buckle for a while. I'm always older than their mom. How old are you, Coach? And I never tell them the truth. I always say, oh, I'm 36. Well, you're older than my mom, Well, how about your dad, Why is it always going to be your mom I'm in competition with? Coach, are you getting did you get a haircut, or are you just losing more of your hair? No, I just got a haircut, girl. And probably the classics one, had a little girl, Megan, the other day. She come up, we rollerblade. We got a $750,000 grant there in my school, and we got equipment like you can't believe for an elementary school, but it was a national grant, and we've got every piece of equipment in the world. But we bought 550 pairs of inline skates, so we rollerblade, and they got me out there. So I've been rollerblading about the last 3 years with this grant. And I've done pretty good. Every once in a while, somebody will fall and grab me and spin me around, and I go down, the gym rumbles and stuff. But this girl, I was tired, and I sat down skating, and old Megan comes up behind, and she says, Coach, your cool spot got bigger. And I thought, what the heck? And she was sitting out today, so she's standing behind. She says, yeah, your cool spot's getting bigger. I seen it last year, and it wasn't near as big back here. And my dad calls that a cool spot. So. Anyway, that's some of the things, when you hear those comments every day, you just don't think that you're ever going to get a big head and get cocky, because they don't know any better. So at this time, I'm going to have my best friend and my mom, Hall of Fame, come up, give me my plaque. Thanks, Mom.